Hi, I'm going to teach you how to make my favorite recipe with moringa. It's moringa tea. We're going to go out in the yard and cut some moringa branches and get to work. Hey, wow, windy day. Okay, we're going to cut some moringa leaves to make our tea, and this is from a little tree that I planted from cuttings just maybe 3 months ago. I just took cuttings from a big tree and stuck them in the ground, and they start growing. So for the tea, we're going to take the freshest, greenest branches, these old dark brown ones. So we're just going to cut off a limb about like that. And these are the leaves we're going to use. I'm going to take this off. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is bend and snap. Bend and snap, bend and snap, bend and snap, bend and snap. I call this the bend and snap. Okay, so if we place the leaves and wash them thoroughly, this is enough moringa to make a very large jug of tea. There are 2 or 3 different ways that I make moringa tea, but this is the French press method. And I'm using a very large stainless steel French press coffee pot. And I'm just going to crush the herbs and put them in the French press pot. I crush them because I found that it gets more of the flavor out of the leaves. And the leaves have sort of a peanutty smell when you crush them when they're fresh. Okay, next step. We're filling up the tea kettle with filtered water. This is the stem that's left over. We took the leaves off of the stem. And you can actually put this in dirt about 2 or 3 inches deep, and it will sprout another tree. Okay, so we're going to boil water. I think everybody knows how to do that. We've got it on high. We'll wait for it to get steaming, boiling hot. All right, now you can add any other type of tea you like to your moringa tea. I just use Lipton dark tea because that's what I like, but you can use any kind of herb tea, anything that you want. You can make it any strength. Generally, I put in about 8 small tea bags or 2 family-sized tea bags for a very large pot of moringa tea. You can use loose tea, really works quite well. In fact, sometimes I just open up the tea bag, and even because this is a French press coffee pot, and it's going to take out all of the little grains of tea, so it filters it really well. Loose tea works terrific. Sometimes I add other herbs like rosemary or mint, anything I have growing in the backyard. Now, also for flavor, I sometimes add a piece of fruit, either apple or orange. I'm stealing my husband's orange right now. I'm just going to put a couple slices in there. And the rind tastes really good. You could put these pieces of rind in as long as they're clean, and it really flavors the tea well. Ooh, we're going to squeeze the orange, crush the orange rind. Okay. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of Splenda because I like to taste the flavor of the sweetening, but I don't like to have the calories. So I'm going to put in about that much Splenda, and this is for about 1 gallon of tea. So you add whatever you like, whatever flavor. Very careful not to burn yourself. Fill the French press pot full of water. Now, you be very carefully, put the French press top on, push it down slowly because you're going to have to mash all the leaves that are in there. This is not like making French press coffee because the coffee grounds don't have to be mashed. But you're going to actually push this down and then pump it a little bit. Turn it, because we want to crush all of those leaves. I've just found that if I really crush the leaves well, I get much better flavor out of my tea. Now I'm using a stainless steel French press pot because I like to put it back on the hot stove. I don't want this to boil, but I do want it to stay warm so it steeps. And we'll let it steep for about 30 minutes. Okay, we cleaned the pitcher, and now we're just going to pour the tea into the pitcher, and this is going to be concentrated. Catch it with a strainer so that just a few leaves will come out of the French press pot. This is filtered water, so we're just going to rinse this out just so we get the last little bit of flavor out of the tea. Step is dilute it to the consistency that you like it. I go by color, and I like it fairly diluted. Okay, final step. Garnish with your orange. Pour in your Moringa tea. Notice it's not very dark. It's really a light color. I don't like it real strong. And then we're going to garnish this with mint. This is fresh mint. But see all the brown leaves? We're just going to pull all of those off because they look ugly. I'm going to strip all the brown leaves from the bottom. And this gives a really nice smell when you drink your drink. You're going to love it. There. Is that beautiful? And here's your final drink. You're going to want to drink 2 or 3 of these a day. They're delicious.